I'm Mark Ribbins here at the Jill and Tommy LiPuma Center for Creative Arts at Tri-C, and I've got the Tommy LiPuma bobblehead. I love this. I've got one of these at home too. What do you say about a legend? And meeting a legend, which was a great experience for me. I had the opportunity to meet Tommy LiPuma backstage at Tri-C JazzFest a few years ago, and walking back there and seeing this man who been responsible for so many of the albums in my life that I love, Yellow Jackets and Al Jarreau, Natalie Cole, George Benson, the list goes on and on. And he's backstage, he's led back by, I think, maybe one of his nephews or a relative. And everybody immediately starts to gravitate to the chair where he's sitting. And he's telling these stories, talking about who he's working with at that time. I think it was Diana Krall he was working on an album by. And I just kind of stood in the background because, I don't know him and he's a legend. And yeah, I work in music, but I don't want to just insert myself into a conversation. And at one point he looked over and kind of gestured over and like, come on, be a part of this conversation, be a part of this musical family. And it's great to be able to meet one of your heroes like that. Tommy was creative in mind. He was an artist himself. Maybe not a singer, maybe not known as a musician player, but the way that he could see things and hear things and craft them and pull things out of the artist that he was working with, no matter what kind of genre it was, made him legendary. And he was always one of my favorites. Looking on the album credits for years and seeing this was a Tommy LiPuma production, or he's working with this one or that one. And working in the field of jazz so much, he's affected my life in the way that I look at a lot of different music. And the sounds that I hear, so much that came from him and so much that he's created and given to the world, both here in the United States and globally, a recognized name, made good for a kid from Cleveland, Ohio, who made his name and his mark in not just the music, but in the lives of so many people. So my advice to you is, like with my experience with Tommy meeting him, if you run up on someone that you really admire and you're kind of standing in the background afraid to say hi and shake a hand and say that I love your work, don't be surprised if you do it. You might just make a new friend. And I love the fact that I was able to connect with Tommy LiPuma at that point in his career and just give gratitude for how much that he's meant in my life and in the world of jazz music as I know it. Thanks again, Tommy. We love and miss you much.